Hi fans of high quality entertainment. Jinx and I are going to rank the songs on Mccartney 3. Although I don't think Jinx is in the mood. There you go. She always looks miserable, but she is a sweet cat. Trust me. She hasn't clawed my eyes out even once. I have now listened to Mccartney 3 123 times. Okay, I just lied. No, I've listened to it, I think about 6 or 7 times in a row in the last, since I bought it a couple days ago. And, you know, I did a review before this, of course, just on first listen, and I loved the album. No surprise. I wasn't disappointed. And, but my opinion has changed on certain songs. And so I thought, just for the fun of it, don't take this too seriously when I say, worst to best. There's no bad songs on this album for me. There might be for you, and I understand that. So I will start at number 11 and go up to my favorite song at number 1. And I would love your thoughts in the comment section below, and maybe you can also rank the songs. So my least favorite song, although for me I still absolutely love it, it's just my least favorite, is Pretty Boys. You can tell his voice is fragile, old. My voice would be old sounding too at 78. It's already old sounding at 62. But it suits the song. I liked it the first time. I didn't love it, but now I appreciate it a lot more. You know, there's certain songs where he sounds a little rougher, so you have to kind of get used to that voice, and I love the song, but it is my least favorite, but it's a nice song. Number 10, Winter Bird / When Winter Comes. And so this is the final song on the album that was recorded 28 years earlier. And the first, I would say the first 2 or 3 times I heard it, I just thought it was a good song. I wasn't crazy about it. It might have been, thinking this over, yeah, I think it might have been my least favorite on the first listen, but, you know, it was nice. But I've grown to love it more with every listen. And, yeah, it's a really nice song. Really well done. Number 9, another song that I love a lot more than I did on the first listen. The Kiss of Venus, a classic, a sweet song. He uses some falsetto or high-pitched, I don't know if it's falsetto all the time, just higher register vocals. And thinking it over, you know, when I'm listening to the track the last time, it was like, I'm kind of, you know, thinking of Blackbird and his earlier acoustic numbers, and it's like, this is 52 years later, and he's still writing these kind of great songs. And beautiful acoustic guitar work, of course. As I said in the original review, you sometimes forget what a great musician, I mean, of course everybody knows he's a great bassist, of course, but I mean, for guitar, keyboards, even drums, he is a great, awesome musician. So that's number 9. Number 9. Number 9. Joke. And I just jotted down some notes the last time I listened to this album, just to remind myself. So number 8 is Long-Tailed Winter Bird, the opening track. And like I said in my original review, the start of the album, it just sent shivers up and down my arms and my spine and my left foot. And yeah, I think actually, as much as I love the song on the first listen, it grows. It's like there's more going on than you think, right? On the first or second listen, it's just like a Beatles song. You pick up new things with every listen, and that's what I love about the Beatles and Sir Paul McCartney. And yeah, so it's a great opener, super great acoustic guitar work. It's catchy and it's experimental. I love the little synth noises or whatever throughout it, and the bass and everything. It's really cool for an opening track. The only thing about it is, you know, the fans of Paul McCartney that are expecting, you know, Band on the Run type era, you know, catchy songs, they might be put off by that because it's a little on the weird side for a casual Paul McCartney fan. But us not casual Paul McCartney fans, I think most of us would appreciate the experimentation. Number 7, another song that I liked, but it's grown in stature with every listen, and also seeing this interview with Jamie Foxx, which was kind of fun to watch. Jamie Foxx interviewing Paul McCartney, and he asked Paul McCartney what was his favorite song on the album, and he said Women and Wives. So that made me really focus on this track, but I was already starting to love it more and more. And I think out of all of the songs, that is probably the one that has grown the most with further listens. It's kind of haunting, great lyrics, keyboards, and great song. Number 6, probably my favorite song on first listen, and it's dropped, so I hate it now. No, I'm just joking. It's just other songs I appreciate even more now. But Lavatory Lil rocks. The background vocals are lots of fun, and they're all Paul, of course, and it's just a fun song, upbeat song, a couple minutes long. It doesn't outstay its welcome. More space in the track, you know, just pretty simple, but like I said, it's a fun track. Number 5, and I didn't realize this until I saw it on the internet. Slidin' is number 5, and it features Paul McCartney's drummer Abe Laboriel Jr. and Rusty Anderson. Yes, and I met them in Toronto in 2010, but I don't like to brag about it. I met them backstage before seeing Paul McCartney in concert, 9 rows back, center stage, but I don't like to brag about it. Anyway, I saw in one review that someone was saying the vocals aren't up front enough, but I think for this song, they are a little bit buried, but I just like it the way it is, and it's a heavy song. Definitely the heaviest song on the album, and yeah, it's really grown in stature too, and I love it. Now, I would say probably any 4 of these songs could easily be my favorite, but I have ranked them just for you. Number 4, Deep Down. That's right, it is a funky track, excellent vocals, and yeah, it sounds kind of like something that would be on the radio today, if you didn't know it was Paul McCartney. But knowing it's Paul McCartney, it doesn't sound like it's forced or it's made to be on the radio. I'm just saying that if it was on the radio, it wouldn't sound out of place. But it has a little more intelligence than most of the current pop music you hear on the radio. And yeah, I love the when it's just his vocals for a second. Get deep down, get deep down, get deep down. The vocals there, and it's really funky. It's Sir Paul McCartney being funky, and I love the track. This was another one of my favorites on first listen, and of course it still is. Number 3, Find My Way, and his official video for that, it shows him playing the different instruments, bass, drums, keyboards, guitar, It has over 1 million views already, and that's really good to see. But it's so catchy, perfect choice for a first single. But there's other singles on this, I think, like Deep Down, and my #1 choice. But yeah, the part where he sings, "You never used to be afraid of days like this," I love, and it's so catchy. And I wrote here, best vocals on the album. I don't know about that. I disagree with myself. But yeah, great vocals. He does sound, especially on the more upbeat tracks, he does sound pretty damn good. And I think some other YouTuber had mentioned, because he hasn't been doing these live performances, he's been able to rest his voice a bit. And so maybe that's why he sounds pretty damn good overall. #2, Deep, Deep Feeling. That's right. It's experimental. I love the different background vocals and the falsetto and the lower voice, the synths and the piano. And once again, I wrote, I enjoy it more with every listen. Some people think it's a bit too long. It's 8 minutes and 26 seconds. I don't. I think it's a chill track. Just relax, you know. Every song doesn't have to be 3 or 4 minutes long. He's taking his time with it, and it is a great track. My second favorite on the album. #1. Guess what it is? That's right. Seize the Day. And what's really funny about that is I think on the second or third listen, I finally realized how great it is and how catchy it is. And I was thinking, it almost reminds me of the Beatles, like a Beatle track, especially the chorus. It's almost like a Penny Lane kind of a chorus. And then, you know, I mentioned that Chris Rock interview with Paul McCartney, and he brought up that song, and he was worried when he was recording it, oh, it sounds a bit too Beatle-y. And so there you go. And that was after I was thinking it sounded kind of like the Beatles. But it is, that would make a great, I think Seize the Day, not that I care about singles, but I mean, some people do, and it's good for, you know, it'd be nice for Paul to have another big hit on the radio. I think Seize the Day and Deep, Deep Feeling, no, sorry, Seize the Day and Deep Down would make great single tracks. So that's it. Seize the Day is my favorite song, and I don't think, because I've heard this album enough, I don't think I would probably change my opinion on anything, at least for a while. You know, maybe a year from now I might, but superb album, 2020. And I never did mention this album cover, but this is such a cool album cover. Even the back is really cool. That would have actually made a really cool album cover too. But, like I said, that is really classy looking and cool, and I imagine it looks even cooler on vinyl. So that's my ranking of McCartney 3 from worst to best. I would love your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. Bye.